Electric vehicles or EVs are becoming the new standard for mobility all over the world. Implementation of electric vehicle transportation depends largely on charging infrastructure, named Electric Vehicle Supply Equipment (EVSE), for full or top-up charging needs. One of the key roadblocks is the lack of charging infrastructure and upfront cost. The system requirements of different EV users may vary depending on the charger types like AC, DC, public, private, etc. CDAC, a scientific society under the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, focus on indigenous development of systems and products. Power Electronics Group of CDAC Thiruvananthapuram has been keen in framing a roadmap to develop EV charging solutions, with AC electric vehicle supply equipment as the first product. The 3-port AC charger has 3.3 kW charging points, enabling simultaneous charging of 3 EVs. Indigenously designed and developed charger has all protection schemes under AIS 138 standard and meets the Bharat EVC AC001 specification. Networked and standalone AC charger models are available for implementation. Standalone charging stations are designed for known local user groups who repeatedly use the same charging station. These charging stations keep a localized database of registered users. Authorization is done using radio frequency identification (RFID) and the local whitelist. This is an economic option as the user need not have a smartphone and only requires an RFID card, which costs less than 10 rupees. The EVSE user interface and communication application, or EVSE CUI, provides a user interface for the customer to input his charging preferences like time, energy or cost-based charging. Metering and billing information for user are also updated in the GUI. An emergency stop option is also provided to the user. Other features include display of fault messages like connector unplugged, over temperature, over current, over voltage and under voltage. The user is given a provision to stop charging in between the charging progress. Authorization, metering and fault management is handled by a real-time application or RTA running in the EVSE. Usage data of each customer is stored in a local database and bills are generated periodically. Network charging stations refer to multiple EVSEs controlled by a central monitoring system named Central Management System (CMS). CDAC has developed a complete network charging solution comprising of the EVSE, CMS web portal and Android mobile application. RTA and EVSE CUI applications are installed within the EVSE, having high-performance microprocessor boards capable of handling real-time application, GUI and web server application. The system consists of interactions between EV user, EVSE, mobile application and CMS. Open Charge Point Protocol (OCPP) is the industry-supported protocol used for communication between the network charging stations and CMS. CDAC chargers uses OCPP for EVSE CMS communications to ensure interoperability among different vendors. Since EV users need to access multiple EVSEs at different locations, the Android mobile application supports searching and locating charging stations, user authentication, charging history review, vehicle data management, real-time charging status monitoring, billing and payment for usage. CMS, the web server application for charging infrastructure administrator, centrally manages and monitors the EVSE's, EV users and charging sessions. CMS can monitor registered users, their vehicles, charging history and transaction history. Using the CMS, admin can configure charging stations parameters such as connector type, rated power etc. and add new charging stations. Active sessions of charging can be monitored in real time by the admin. CMS is capable of implementing demand-based tariffing and charging sessions will be built accordingly. Functionalities which need high-speed computing like metering and fault management are performed by a separate real-time application to improve the system performance. Presenting the complete system process flow in a network charging station. The process begins with user authentication by scanning EVSE QR code at the EVSE using mobile application. After successful user authentication, he enters his charging preferences like energy or cost in his mobile application. These details are sent to the CMS. Payment estimation is done based on the current tariff and amount payable is sent to the EV user's mobile from CMS. UPI payment is made and payment status is updated to user. On successful payment, an OTP or token will be generated and sent to mobile by CMS. User enters the OTP in the user interface at EVSE. This OTP is sent to the CMS for authentication. EVSE is replied with an authentication status from CMS. Upon receiving the authentication status, user is prompted with a screen showing authorized units of energy or amount to charge and a start charging option. User clicks on start charging to begin the charging process. Once the charging is initiated, the charging status is updated to CMS from EVSE periodically. User can review the same using mobile application. On completion of charging, status will be updated to CMS and CMS sends the same to user's mobile. User has option to stop charging in between the ongoing charging process. Other fault conditions are also updated from EVSE to CMS. Emergency stop option is also provided to the user. The public metered AC outlet is compatible with all electric vehicles having a C-slow charging interface. The charger is provided with an IEC 60309 industrial socket as per Bharat AC 001 charger specification and a 16 ampere 3-pin residential type socket. The EV owner can use the adapter cable supplied along with the vehicle for connecting EV to EVSE. The driver uses his ID card for authentication. Here, charging of a 3-wheeler EV is being performed by single-phase 3.3 kW AC charger. Usage data for each user is stored in the charger and bills are generated periodically. CDAX single-port and 3-port AC chargers are the initial milestones towards indigenous and cost-effective solutions for expanding EV charging infrastructure in India. Project is funded through National Mission on Power Electronics Technology, NAMPATE, Phase 3 program.